Good morning. How's everyone? Good? We ready to get this conference started? I mean, we had some things yesterday, but super excited for what we have coming up for the next 2 days, so I hope you're all set and ready. I did want to, or actually, just one moment. Obviously, I'm getting through this. Here we go. I wanted to welcome everyone. I mean, I look around and even yesterday, there's a ton of familiar faces, a lot of first-timers, which is exciting. I think we had 40 plus first-timers, which is fantastic. And for the few, yes. For the few that I did get a chance to speak with, I just relayed that message. It's for within this industry, this association gives you that opportunity, as a distribution specialist, whether on the hotel side, on the tech side, to really be able to speak with others in that space and to grow and learn. And I can't emphasize enough how you can go ahead, ask questions. These are your peers in this group, and they get it. We have been busy for the past year, for sure, within HEDNA, and just like the video showed, and I'll talk to it in a bit as well. We were at ITB Berlin, and so it's about getting HEDNA and as an association and our name out there in partnerships and dealing with others. Some of our partners are in the room. Actually, we have InGun with HSMAI, Florence and Walter from Focusrite, and we'll hear from Florence actually in a bit. She'll kick off this morning. Our friends at HTNG actually had to be at a Tech 100, but I did see Fred Bean in the house. And so it's great to see him and members of his team. I think Fred, is Fred here? There he is. Awesome. Is this your first European HEDNA? European. Okay, either way, it's great to have you here. And I mean, some of you, literally, over the past month, I'm pretty sure I've seen you more than I've seen my own family, but it's great to see you again. We did, coming in on Monday, I started to hear about floods around and there were train cancellations, and I get thinking, how is it HEDNA? In Seattle, we bring snow, which is odd. New Orleans, it was absolutely freezing, which is completely weird, and then we come here, we like to bring floods. So hopefully this is not an indication that HEDNA brings inclement weather, but we'll move on with that. I wanted to do a quick introduction of our board. I have the executive committee, myself as president, Sean Nygren, treasurer, Natalie, vice president, and Audrey is our secretary. And then the greater board, rather than go through all the names, if you guys could stand up so everyone can see where you are and who you are. And you better all be here. There we go. Awesome. Fantastic. And of course, I mean, we, as we plan these conferences and we work towards it, we always have a conference committee. And so a big shout out to Lisa, Jeremy, and Mickey, who were able to pull this together and line up some great content. And I would be remiss if I did not mention Natalie Kimball, my vice president on the board, who has been an integral part over the past couple of years in conference committee as a conference committee chair, certainly stepped in and was able to kind of pass on the baton on this. So thank you all very much. I want to go over some of the conference highlights. One of the items is the code of conduct. I'm not gonna, well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know it by heart, but please take a read. If there is also the app, for those that have not downloaded the app or you're not sure where to get it, look down at your badge, see your name, flip the badge, and you'll see a QR code on the back. That is where you can get the app. There's also mentioned there the Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi password. And rather than, I thought, all right, so rather than me go through the conference highlights, why not bring up a member of the conference committee, Lisa Murphy. Come on up and tell us what we have in store. So what's going on?
Like I'm
What do we
holding
have
the
over the next few days?
Is this thing on?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. So I also don't have the agenda memorized, but I have to say that it's been really a pleasure to work with the conference planning team. Our SMG management group is incredible. We couldn't do this without you guys, so a round of applause for the management group.
Absolutely.
Where to begin? I think when we get going with the conference planning, we start with the call for content. And this year, it has been unbelievable, the response. So there was so much that we heard, and the interest and the engagement that our interactive workshops that went on yesterday afternoon, full house, packed.
Awesome.
It was unbelievable. So fun to see the collaboration.
We've done that twice right now, call for content.
Yeah, at least twice. I mean, Leanne will keep me honest, but this is my first conference planning go, so I don't know about all the historical information here.
So we're continuing with the master class. We have that coming up. Our Day in the Life series is back.
Back by popular demand. And for the master class, this is the first time that I know of that we're doing a payments-focused master class. We had the distribution master class in New Orleans, and it went so well, and it encouraged so much conversation and engagement that we thought we need to do the same for the fintech and the payments tracks.
Awesome. And the HEDNA Lounge, is that the same area that we had the reception?
Yeah, actually. So last night, after we all finished up with the workshops, we had a little networking reception in the room with the patio connected. So that's going to be our HEDNA studio. That'll be available to you, open for meetings, networking. The N part of HEDNA is for networking, so please do that while you're here. What else?
The HEDNA studio. I actually have my own. So we have a HEDNA studio going on. We had this back in New Orleans. It's an opportunity. We put together, and you're going to begin to see it come out as videos and snippets that HEDNA University will use. But we open up this for those that, if you want to give a testimonial, or if there's something that you want to say in regards to HEDNA.
Yeah, really great point, actually. We're going to have a roving videographer milling around through the sessions and out in the networking space in the foyer. So you see them, and some of the conversations I've had with you guys, I can't see around through these lights.
No, you can never see.
But Jennifer Ginty, if you're in the room, I know you and I were having a heart-to-heart last night about this. It's so fun for me. We all volunteer in this association. We're here to serve our membership and to come completely full circle. I mean, we've been doing this for years. It was fun to have a chat with you and understand that we're all a family, we all help each other. I mean, for me, HEDNA has been critical in my personal and professional development. I wouldn't be where I am today without HEDNA. So if you have an opportunity to add a soundbite like that with our roaming videographer, I encourage you to do so. We want your feedback. We're asking for it all the time. This is your opportunity. Take advantage.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So there's a few things I wanted to go over that we've been up to for the past year. As Lisa just mentioned, and as we talked about, we've done call for content for the past couple of conferences, and the response has been amazing. And what this does is allows us as a board and as an association to really hone in on what you all want to hear, and to really put together the great content. One of the other initiatives that we've been working on in partnership with Rate Gain and NYU is the State of Distribution Report. This report, I mean, we've presented it at HSMAI Singapore, ITB Berlin. We'll be, again, as from a HEDNA perspective, presenting it at HSMAI in Charlotte in a couple of weeks. And so I'll actually be discussing that a little bit later on today with Fritz from Rate Gain, so we're looking forward to that. Keep an eye out for one of the other things that we've worked on, and it has been a long time coming, so I'm not gonna get into the details right now, but keep an eye out for it, is we will have a new annual member structure rolling out. So keep an eye out for that. The board has worked, and the membership committee has worked tirelessly on getting that put together, so it's exciting. One of the things that I wanted to be sure that covered off, during my presidency is getting awareness for HEDNA, getting us top of mind in the industry. And over the past couple of years, a year and a half, we've been able to work on partnerships with HSMAI, Focusrite, HTNG. We're working on a partnership with NYU, and that's on the education piece, which is really super exciting. So hold on and wait for that. And then we have more coming up. We have, and in regards to that, the HEDNA U that took place yesterday, we are looking to expand that and to grow it to the point of being able that you can share it with your own organizations or have people go through it when we have new hires. It was one of the points that's highlighted in the State of Distribution Report. Over the past year, we've actually got back into doing in-person trainings. So we've done in-person trainings with hotel beds and as well with Best Western. So this is another thing that we're working on, really getting back into it and giving back to the industry in that regard. Upcoming events, we have our Asia Pacific Conference in Bangkok. So looking forward to that, super excited. The registration is open for that, if any you want to go on, if you're interested. And then things are in the works for San Diego for January. So over the past, and to highlight kind of where HEDNA's been, we've had the Rate Gain User Conference. April Key presented for us at ITB Berlin. We had hotel beds for the in-person HEDNA U training. We're all over the place. And then we had IPW, and as well, Gianna, our board member, spoke at Click in Amsterdam. So it's been a busy year, and we are thrilled to be able to provide these opportunities and to share what we know at these other events. Oh, and then there's us at, yes, Expedia. The other thing coming up, we have obviously the election. I felt like this year I really wanted to put it top of mind. The call for nominations for the board will come out in early October, and we really want to focus on, ensuring that you all have, nominate who you would want on the board. This is your association, and it's all driven by, what you want, and so be sure that you take advantage of the opportunity to nominate and to vote for our board members. We'll have 5 tech seats and 2 hotelier seats coming up, and so really interested in hearing who you nominate and to get your voice out there. And last, but certainly not least, none of this would ever happen without our sponsorship partners, our annual partners of SiteMinder, Best Western, XanderPay, IOL, Rate Gain, and again, our association partners, that I've mentioned, NYU, HCNG, HSMAI, and Focusrite. We have our Platinum, Leonardo, Silver sponsors of Price Travel, Visa, Uplift, and Bronze sponsors with Shiji, Hotel Port, and Prime Travel. And so with that, I'm going to introduce our speaker coming up next, Florence with Focusrite. Awesome.